I want to share a story today, one of many, many stories that we'll share here on YouTube about an addiction recovery success story. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a gentleman I worked with that was addicted to prescription medication, specifically Xanax and Ambien. Hi, I'm David Essel, and I work as an addiction recovery coach one-on-one with people from all over the world, both in person and on the phone. And actually, this person I'm going to share part of the story with right now is someone that I worked on the phone with 90% of the time because they lived on the other side of the United States. And it's an incredible story, but this is a very successful business person that found anxiety to be a part of their life. You know, anxiety about the marketplace, the family, the children, and there was just all kinds of anxiety happening. And so, like many of us, go to our doctor and say, you know, is there something you can help me with? And the doctor well-meaningly prescribed Xanax, and within about a 6-month period of time, my client was absolutely hooked on the pills. And it doesn't matter what the pills are. You know, it could be Xanax, it could be any other anti-anxiety medication, it could be marijuana, you know, any anti-relaxant or any relaxant, I should say, that is a form of a drug is such a debilitating place to go in life because of the fact it takes us out of our normalcy. How do we know that? Because we can't stop doing it. And this is what happened with my client. Before he knew it, he was taking several Xanax a day, one in the morning to get the morning going because he woke up and was anxious and the children were running all over, and you know, his wife was asking him to help with this and help with that, and he's running a big company. And then at noon, because of all the morning things, he would just take one at noon, and then in the afternoon on the drive home, he would take another one just to get himself into the mindset of dealing with the family. Well, as this progressed, of course, you know, what we're seeing now is something where that he is addicted. And an addiction is an interesting word. You know, what does it mean? It means that we choose to go back to a substance, a thought, or behavior even though it doesn't serve us. Now, at a very deep level, subconsciously, he knew that what he was doing was leading him down a path of trouble, that he wasn't dealing with the anxiety, you know, through exercise, through talk therapy, through writing, through meditation, through all the things that he eventually worked with my program. And then the next thing that happened was that he found that the Xanax wasn't enough to help him fall asleep at night, so he went back to his doctor, and his doctor said, not a problem, you know, I can help you with that, take one of these ambien. So he got into the ambien taking. And then all of a sudden, you know, the next morning he's waking up and he's feeling outrageously groggy, which turns him into being a little anxious because of the fact that he can't wake up from taking the sleep medication every night. And then he starts getting headaches, and then all of a sudden, I think you know where it's going. Before you know it, we have a full-blown addiction to prescription medications. Now, when I say full-blown, I mean a dependency to take it every day. It doesn't mean that he didn't function. He still ran a very successful business. His wife and kids were still there, and now the relationship was really struggling, but they hadn't divorced yet when he walked into the office. And he walked in and he sat down, and I saw him one time. Of all the days that we met over the phone, I saw him one time, and he sat down and he said, I think there's a very small chance that you can help me, but I know that I'm going down a bad path. Well, within a 30-day period of time, and how I work with people is one-on-one for 30 straight days. It can be in the office and over the phone, or strictly over the phone. And at the end of the 30 days, we work on the emotional level. We work on releasing forgiveness and resentments. We work on the physical level of exercise, meditation, on nutrition, with supplementation. And at the end of 30 days, he was totally off the Xanax. Now, he worked with his doctor to diminish the amount of Xanax he was taking every day. So at the end of 30 days, he was clear of Xanax. It was unbelievable. But like with all of my clients, I make sure that they're working with their physician as well. It's crucial for everyone involved. And then in regards to the Ambien, the same thing. Cut it back, cut it back, cut it back, and at 60 days he was off the Ambien. Now, we had substituted some other medications in the beginning to help him get off the Xanax. That's all his doctor. That has nothing to do with me. But at the end of 60 days, he was fully free of all medication and back on a track of living a healthy and productive life. Instead of going to work and being anxious and coming home and being anxious, it was an unbelievable shift. His wife called me and she could not believe the change in 60 days. She said, oh my gosh, David, he's actually helping around the house. He's working with the kids. He's attending their games. He's not staying home and isolating. It's an unbelievable shift. You know, they had totally dropped all intimacy, and their intimacy was back. They were making love multiple times a week now, where in the past he had no interest in it whatsoever. Addiction recovery is available for everyone. If I can help you in any way possible whatsoever, please allow me to do that. Contact us through talkdavid.com. Read the success stories on our addiction recovery page. You can see all the different areas of life we work in the success stories. I would love to help you one-on-one, or maybe someone that you love. talkdavid.com. Have an awesome day, and let's all be addiction-free together. Bye-bye now.